Jared, do you want a pickled radish?
That is so gross.
They're not gross.
That's disgusting.
They're so good. Got a little bit of kick to them.
Oh,
Great on a salad.
So nasty. So nasty.
I love them. Enjoy. Today I wanted to come on and tell you guys a little bit about one of my very favorite recipes, and that is pickled radishes. So I love to pickle radishes and put them on salads. They're really great that way. Very, very crunchy, not quite like a pickle, but they also have a little bit of a spice to them that's a lot different than a pickle. I have gotten all of my radishes sliced, so I slice them very, very thin, almost like a pickle. And we have our apple cider vinegar. So I'm a very big fan of Bragg's apple cider vinegar because it's got the mother in it. And if you know anything about apple cider vinegar, you know the mother is a really good additive that helps with the gut and your wellness. So I really do like the unpasteurized apple cider vinegar to use. It's just a really good product and a great brand, so I stand behind that. So what I've done to prepare is I've washed my ball jars and my Sure-Tight lids and bands, so they are properly sanitized and warm still. So I also have mixed up here half and half water and half apple cider vinegar. So for this recipe I'm only going to do two pint jars, because that's the amount of radishes that I have, and I know that I'll do only the 2 pint jars. So for that I've got 4 cups, so 2 cups of water, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, and we're going to get that hot on the stove. I'm simply going to layer these in just like I would pickles of anything else. This is a very good example of pickling pretty much anything, because these are very simple. And so you'll just put as much as you can into your jar. And we're ready to go. So for my seasonings for pickled radishes, I use very basic, couple things. 1 mustard seed, about a teaspoon per pint jar. Peppercorn, whole peppercorn. You can either do the whole black or the rainbow color. Here I have the rainbow color. A teaspoon of your ball preserving salt or Morton canning salt, whichever you have. And 1 bay leaf per jar. I'll just stick that right in there before I pour the hot water over it, and it does create a nice extra flavor for those radishes. So let's get started. 1 teaspoon each. And then 1 bay leaf. So for pickling pretty much anything, you want to kind of pack all of your, whatever vegetable it is. It can be cucumbers or radishes like I have here. And you're going to leave just about 1 inch to 1/2 inch of headspace there. It's not quite as important when you're water bathing to leave more than that to let any pressure come out. So you can kind of pack these tight and fill that jar up to that top rim with your water. Vinegar water solution before we tighten those lids down. Now we're simply going to pour your hot vinegar water directly over your pickles. that one off. And we're going to lay those ball Sure-Tight lids that are clean and sanitized right on top, and give them just a 2-finger snug, allowing enough of that heat to release and your lids won't buckle. There they are, really good looking radishes, and we'll put them in the hot water bath. So these jars, because that vinegar was hot, these jars are going to be hot. So you always want to use your canning tongs to drop that right down in there. And you can tell that that water is not quite over those jars, so we're going to add some more water. So I added about 4 cups of extra liquid, and they are completely submerged, but what that did was that cooled the water off, and so we got to let that temperature raise again and completely come back to a boil before our 10 minutes starts. Okay, so now that our water is back up to boiling, you can start your timer for 10 minutes. So I'll see y'all then. Okay, those jars are boiling. Water is still covering the tops. So we've only got a minute left. So now that our 10 minutes is up, you can pull your jars out of the water bath and be sure to let them cool completely. You want to listen for that good seal and pop in those lids. That's always my favorite. After that, you can write your dates on them. You can see here, I've got my dates on them for today. And then I think I might just go ahead and enjoy some of mine from a previous batch. They're so good, so crunchy, got such a good kick to them. So anyway, if you haven't ever tried pickled radishes, I encourage you to try. Anyway, we'll see you next time.